We're doing that spatchcock roasted turkey, and we're even making that turkey gravy. I'm going to show you how to make a quick, simple little brine that's going to pack a lot of flavor and keep a lot of that moisture inside your turkey. I'm using 1.5 cups of salt, 1.5 cups of sugar. You want to keep this ratio at about 1/4 cup of each to 1/4 water. Overall, we're going to go ahead and use 6 quarts because I want to make sure I get that turkey fully submerged. We're going to start out by adding just 2 quarts of water to our mixture. And now we can add in some flavors. I'm going to add in 1 onion that I quartered up, a few sprigs of rosemary, a few sprigs of thyme, and a couple of bay leaves. Now we just want to heat this up until that salt and sugar dissolves. Let's go ahead and get our turkey ready. So this is right at about a 15-pound bird. You want to make sure you save that turkey neck and those insides. We're going to make a nice little stock with that. I got it cleaned up already. What we're going to do today is spatchcock it. You don't have to, but it'll cook a little quicker. And we're going to get that backbone to help flavor that gravy. Start out by cutting off this ugly piece on the end. Make sure you're saving all of this. Trim off that extra skin at the front. And since nobody's going to eat it anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take the tip off of the wings. That's going to help flavor that gravy. Go ahead and flip it over. Now we can cut straight down that backbone. Now go ahead and save that without trimmings. Now we got them flipped back over. Go ahead and open up that chest. Just smash them on flat. Now we got them trimmed up and he's ready to go in that brine. Now that the sugar and the salt has dissolved in the brine mixture, we'll go ahead and add it to the bowl. I went ahead and filled this up about 3/4 of the way with ice. We're going to fill it to our 4-quart line with water. That's going to help cool down this liquid and keep our solution like we want it. Now it's cool enough, we're going to go ahead and put our turkey in. Now go ahead and put this in the fridge overnight. Make sure you get them internals. Now I'm going to take that backbone, I'm going to cut it into small pieces, that way we get more brown in the area. Same with the neck. Also got our wing tips and all that loose skin we cut off. Now for the stock, we're going to need to add some vegetables, so I got some onion, celery, and carrots. Now we're going to give it a light coating of olive oil. Now I got a sheet pan with a wire rack. We got our cut up turkey pieces. I want to coat those in oil as well. Now we can just lay that on that same sheet pan. Into the oven at 425, we're going to let it all get beautifully roasted all together. Let's go ahead and add it to our stock pot. Make sure you get all that liquid too. I just added a little water. You want to scrape off all those burnt bits. Now you want to just cover this up with some cold water. Add in a few bay leaves. Now put this on the stove to simmer. You want to reduce it by half. Now that the stock is reduced, let's go ahead and strain it out. Now one more time through a fine wire mesh. Now we got a rich, flavorful stock to make that gravy with. Now we're going to make a little compound butter to cook our turkey with. I've got 2 sticks of softened butter. Season that up with that Boudreaux's Little Bit Better Creole seasoning. and some of that low and slow simmer. Now this is the perfect application for this. Those dried herbs and spices are going to go wonderful on this slow roasted bird. Now that our turkey's brine, let's go ahead and get it ready. We'll go ahead and pat it dry with some paper towels. We're going to go ahead and we're going to separate the skin off of the meat. Now that's going to get a little messy, but we're going to stuff that butter under the skin. Rub some of that extra butter all over the skin. That's going to help them season and stick. Let's go ahead and flip it. We'll season the bottom side first. Now into the oven at 375 with the convection on. We're going to take it out when that internal hits 160. And make sure you sanitize when you're using poultry. Now it's right at about an hour and a half. I went ahead and pulled that turkey out. Now we're going to let this rest at least 30 minutes and we're going to make the gravy. We got 1 stick of melted butter. I'm going to add in a half a cup of flour. And we're going to make a little roux. Alright, now you want to make sure you get those drippings. And all them little brown bits stuck to the bottom. We got a nice peanut butter color on our roux. You don't want to go too dark. First we're going to add in those drippings. And we could use about half of that stock. Go ahead and keep that other half for a gumbo. Go ahead and get it seasoned up. Now back on the stove to simmer. Alright, now that that turkey's rested, let's go ahead and carve it up.